Hi guys, so I wanted to do a favorite playlist, so my favorites of all the teams, players, and all that, and I wanted to start with the NBA teams. A lot of teams went up in a few years, we'll see. My less favorite team is Brooklyn Nets. Very surprising that because I don't really like Kyrie Irving. He's a good player. I can't say nothing about him. He's really a good player, one of the best. I just don't like him. And I don't really like Kevin Durant that much. I know he played for Golden States, but I just don't like him. Like, I'd rather had LeBron than Kyrie Irving, than Kevin Durant in Golden States. But that didn't happen. So, this team, Houston Rockets, is not surprised because I really like the Golden State. So, but I really didn't. Another player I don't like is James Harden. He's a good player, another good player, but there's players I don't really like. And the Rocket, I used to don't like him in the 90s, in the 80s. I used to don't like them when it was Yao Ming and all that. But just because, I don't know, I'm just not a big fan. Kings, they used to play against the Lakers when I used to like the Lakers, when Kobe Bryant was there and Shaq. It's not I don't like the Kings, it's just they don't do much for me. They're never really a good team. They were in the 90s and 2000s. They're really a good team, but I don't know. I'm not a big fan of them. Then you got the Wizards, the same thing. Even when Jordan went to the Wizards, I was not really a big fan. I was a little bit of a fan when Gilbert Arenas was there, but I love a little bit of Beal, but they don't do much for me. And if I like the Lakers, I don't like the Clippers. I really don't like the Clippers. I don't like Leonard. I don't mind Paul George, though. I don't mind him. And I didn't mind Patrick Beverly, but I don't know. They don't do much for me either. Pacers, I used to like them in the 80s, more in the 90s when I was younger. I used to like them a little bit in the 2000s, but I don't know. I don't think they're good. And in the Magic, it's the same thing. They don't do much for me. If I was born in the 70s, probably the 80s Magic with Shaq, I'd probably be a bigger fan. But Shaq moved to Lakers, and then he went elsewhere. But so OKC, like I said, I don't like Durant. I don't like Harden, and I don't like Westbrook. So, and surprisingly, they're not more down. It's just because they don't have those players anymore. They're younger. They have a chance to go up in this list because I like those young players in that team. So So, and then I got the Sixers. I don't mind Embiid. I think he's a good player. I think he's the only thing that the Sixers are winning points is with Embiid. I didn't like Ben Simmons that much. I think he has issues. Now they had Harden, and I don't like Harden. But and then they lost Seth Curry. That really hurt. I like Seth Curry, even if Brooklyn Nets is last. It's the only player probably I like from the Nets. And I'm going to be doing a list of players, top 10 of each team, and it's going to be really hard for the Nets. They're not an old team, and then they have a lot of players I don't like. So we'll see where that goes. Then you got the Nuggets. I don't mind the Joker, but I don't know. They don't do much for me. Even in the past with when they had Allen Iverson, I still watched it, but it's a team I don't watch that much, and they're playing in the playoff against the Golden States, and that goes. But I don't mind the Joker, but I don't think he's the best big man in the NBA. I think it's actually Giannis, but that's my opinion. The Knicks used to be they did like this here. The Knicks went up and down in the 90s. I used to love Sprewell. I didn't really watch that much of Patrick Ewing. Pretty sure I would love. I would probably be a big fan of the Knicks back then, but I didn't really like Carmelo Anthony that much. I think the Knicks, and they're not really good. It's been a long time. I love what's his name? He used to play with the Lakers. 1 minute there. I had his name there. He'll get back to me later. But I like their younger team, but I think there's just a superstar missing in that team. I thought that Durant should have went there instead of Brooklyn, but that's just me. He would have his own team, not with Kyrie Irving. And then you got 19, the Pistons. I used to hate the Pistons in the 90s and 2000s. But I'm pretty sure in the 80s I probably would have despised them. But I mean, I don't mind Thomas though. But Big Bad Pistons. Now they're very young, and I like what's in the team and all that. I think they got upstream for next year, and they're gonna go up in this list for sure for me. And the Cleveland, they used to be really down there, because Cleveland won championship against a team I like, but Cleveland with all their good small young players, I think they have a chance. Kevin Love is a good veteran, good mentor for the young guys. I think that I actually love Kevin Love. I would love to see him in the teams I cheer for. Portland, number 17. I used to be higher on Portland, and in the 2000s, really lower. I like Lillard, the man, and I love T.J. McCollum, but he's not there anymore. He's playing very well with. He's not. He's playing very well with the Pelicans. But I really like Trailblazers. I think they can go up. All depends if they can help Lillard to at least get in there. He got injured, and they traded McCollum. I think it's not going well for them, for me cheering for them. Utah Jazz, not really a big fan of Utah Jazz. I don't mind Mitchell. He does a really good show. There's something, I don't like Gobert that much. I don't know. I don't think he's that great. He's a good player, but not that great. But I don't know. The Jazz, don't really like them too much. And then we're getting the team that I actually like a lot. Mavericks, I did like them in the 2000, even if they play teams I cheer for. And with Luka, I think that it might go up because he's really amazing. So I like the way they're going. They're still in the playoff. I think they're 2-1 against the Jazz, I believe, and without Luka. So they just need to win games and try to survive until Luka comes back, and they have a chance. Well, we'll see. Spurs is 14. I used to didn't mind the Spurs. I respected the Spurs because Tim Duncan and Robinson, I actually liked that duo, but they got demolished by Shaq in 2000. But and still won when Lakers were not there, right? So still won championship. Now they're not there, but they have a lot of good young players. I think if they could add keep pieces in the off season, they might be a playoff team, and then the next year maybe not a contender, they go up every year. I put 13 New England Pelicans, and they're gonna go up. I love Ingram, Brendan Ingram. I love McCollum. I'm really a big fan of McCollum, and that's why the Trailblazers went down. I think McCollum is helping them with the veteran, and then I like I said, Ingram. I think they have a chance to beat maybe the Suns. It's gonna be really a tough task because they don't have Booker, but they still have good depth. So we'll see if if the Pelicans could beat them. And there is the Suns. And I could change them, those two teams. I used to like the Suns not that much, but I used to like them in the beginning of the 90s, just before Nash. I used to like them. And now not too much. I think in the 80s I probably like him with Charles Barkley. I think Charles Barkley is the best player that didn't win the championship. So 11 Heat. Heat is up and down. I liked them a few years ago. I think that, I don't know, there's something different this year. I don't know, there's something that they do I don't really like. I don't know what it is. I think the Heat, well, still, they're up there, right? There's almost the top 10 in the teams. And the top 10 is the Lakers. The Lakers, not this year Lakers, I used to like them a lot. They used to be higher in this because I like Kobe Bryant. And Kobe Bryant's one of my favorite player of all time. Him and Curry, for sure. But I like everything he brought in the playoff, the season. Mamba mentality. So Lakers are really down. It's not because of LeBron. I don't really hate LeBron. I don't like LeBron. I mean, it's not. It's in between, right? I don't hate him. I don't like him. I'm getting better. It's getting better than a few years ago. LeBron right now is missing a key player. Davis is injured. Westbrook is not great for that team. Not a good fit. In my opinion, I think Westbrook's gonna have trouble finding a team. They're gonna have trouble to trade that contract, but they're gonna have to do something because LeBron wants to go in the playoff, so they need LeBron in the playoff, win championship, and it doesn't look like it's gonna be the Lakers. So we'll see. Number 9, Memphis, and they're going up on this list. Surprisingly, in the 2000 and all that, I didn't really like them. I liked them when they were in Vancouver, but they're getting better. Ja Morant and Bane, they're doing very well. Very entertaining to watch, and I like entertaining. Chicago Bull, I didn't really watch that much of Michael Jordan, a little bit. And then Derrick Rose, I was a big fan of Derrick Rose when he won the MVP. I like those Bulls. The only problem, they had to go through LeBron, and that was not happening. And I don't mind the Chicago Bulls now. I like the DeRozan. I like what they're doing. They got Caruso and all that. They have a chance, maybe get the Bucks. I don't see it, but it's gonna be really hard. But the Bucks are without Middleton for the whole series, so we'll see how that goes. It's gonna be really hard to stop Giannis. So number 7, Hawks. The Hawks. The only reason the Hawks are this high, I like Trae Young. I think I like the battle that he does. Like, everybody don't think he'll go through teams. And check last year, he went right to the conference final. He plays very well. He proves everybody wrong, and I like that. And other players that I like in that team, there's not much, but I mean, they're young, and I like the way they're playing. And let's talk about young Hornets. I really like, it's not because Michael Jordan has the team. I like because LaMelo Ball, and you got really good players in that team that I like. Reserve. I think Charlotte is going to go in the playoff next year. I think they lost this year, so we'll see where they go. But I think they have a big chance of making the playoff next year and be very entertained. Number 5, now it's really the really top teams. Timberwolf, I like the Timberwolf because Edward. Edward is amazing. I don't mind Russell. I don't mind Towns. I think Towns has to play. Stop talking in the media and saying you're the best and all that. Prove it. But Edward is going to be a superstar. He's really hard to stop. I like that kind of player. He reminds me a little bit of Vince Carter. A little bit. when Vince Carter started. He really is going to be a big thing in Timberwolf, and I used to like Garnett too, so Kevin Garnett. So now the Timberwolf are back in the playoff, and it's entertaining. Number 4, Bucks, and I like an underdog, but I really like Giannis. Giannis. It's dominating. He's really good. It's really hard to beat him, and he's worth maybe 2 players. He's really hard to play against, and for me, I think he'll go in the finals, and we'll see who they go against. Number 3, Toronto. Toronto, they got back up there, but that's probably because of Barnes, but Scotty Barnes. But I used to be right here, used to be right on top, and a few years ago used to be down here. When they lose every year against LeBron James, that was really hard for me. But when Vince Carter was there, the years that he played against Iverson was amazing. I love those battles, and it sucks that Vince Carter actually left Toronto, but I wish he would have finished his career there, but it's just what it is. 2 favorite teams. Boston is 2. Lot of reason because of Boston. Boston, I like the players. I like Jason Tatum. I like Jaylen Brown. And they're beating the team I actually hate. And not just that, and actually Kyrie Irving was in that team, and that really sucked for me. I didn't really like that. He didn't fit in at all. So, but I never saw Larry Bird. Probably like him. I like when it was Pierce, Paul Pierce, and then I like Ray Allen, Kevin Garnett, and I like the color green. My favorite color is green, and I just like this team a lot. And I like Boston teams. I don't mind the Red Sox. They're not high on the list, but I like Patriots. I like the Boston teams. And so they're second to this team, Golden States. I just like the Golden States. I'm really a big fan. It's a show. I like the show. I like Curry. I like Thompson. I like Draymond Green. Sometimes he gets on my nerves, but he's really an amazing player. And then he's the engine of this team. And you got like players like Poole that I'm really a big fan. I'm gonna get a jersey of him. He's really going to be a superstar, I think. And you got players like Wiggins. You got players like Leave. He got a little bit slow start. I like Peyton. And he's like his dad. I like the whole team. Don't like the Steve Kerr though, but I mean he's a good coach. But I really like, and they're doing very well. They draft very well. They coach very well the young guys, and I think that they have a chance with the Suns getting injured. The only team, Memphis. It's gonna be. It all depends if Memphis wins against the Timberwolves, but I think they will, and that's the only team that has a chance, and maybe Dallas with Luka if Luka comes back. But this is my favorite teams list. I'll be doing players of each team. Like I said, it's gonna be really hard because some teams I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'll do all of them. And then I'm going to be doing baseball, basketball, this is basketball. Baseball, football, and hockey. So, like and subscribe. Let me know what's your picks. And I'll see you soon. See you guys.